You know that feeling when the air right before a huge thunderstorm gets all heavy?
Oh, yeah, like crackling with static.
Exactly. Where the temperature drops and you just know, like in your bones, that something wild is about to happen. Well, welcome back to Horoscope TV. We are so glad you are tuning into this podcast episode.
We really are. It is going to be a fun one.
Totally. Because if you are an Aries, that electric, anything can happen static is your absolute reality for the week of May 4th to May 10th, 2026.
It is a huge week.
Right. We are not just talking about a minor mood swing here. You really need to tune in for this one because this week brings a massive wave of totally unique and exciting energy.
You are going to feel it everywhere.
For sure. We are going to help you navigate these sudden urges to break the rules, mysterious new romances, hidden secrets at work, and just huge bursts of creative inspiration.
It is genuinely one of the most dynamic weeks I have seen in the astrological charts for a long time.
I mean, just looking at the charts, it is wild.
It really is. And just to set the stage for you, everything we are analyzing today comes strictly from the raw astro charts for this specific week.
Right. No guesswork.
Exactly. We are looking at the actual math of the sky, where the planets are, the angles they're forming, and what that means for you as an Aries.
Pure astro data, well, astro charts, I should say.
Uh,
And let me tell you, the personal vibe for you this week is basically off the charts.
It is a blinding mix of energy.
Yeah, the very first thing that jumps off the page is that Venus and Uranus are traveling together right through your sign.
Which is huge.
Right. Now, we all know Venus rules charm and looking good, but when it enters Aries, your sign, it shifts, right?
It does. That is a crucial distinction to make. When we see Venus in the charts, people always assume it just means like you will buy a nice shirt or something.
Be a good hair day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But every planet has to wear the clothing of the zodiac sign it is visiting. And Aries is a fire sign.
A very bold fire sign.
Right. It is ruled by action, passion, and taking charge. So when the planet of attraction moves into a fire sign, your charm becomes entirely bold.
You are not just sitting quietly in the corner looking pretty.
No way. You are completely captivating people with your energy. You are direct, you are funny, and people just naturally want to be in your orbit.
Which sounds amazing on its own.
Yeah,
You are basically the main character in every room.
definitely.
But then the charts throw a massive curveball. Uranus is traveling right alongside Venus.
The wild card.
Right. Uranus is erratic. It is unpredictable. If Venus is the beautiful melody of a song, Uranus is a sudden, shocking guitar solo.
I love that analogy.
Thanks. So how do those two forces actually work when they are packed together in your sign?
Well, let us think about Uranus. In the actual solar system, Uranus spins on its side. It breaks the rules of how planets are supposed to behave.
It's the rebel.
Exactly. Astrologically, it represents electricity, sudden changes, and absolute freedom. It does not care about tradition at all. So when you smash the planet of attraction Venus into the planet of sudden rebellion Uranus, you get a very potent reaction.
It makes your charm incredibly magnetic.
Yes, but also highly unpredictable.
So it is not a soft, quiet kind of beauty. It is almost dangerous.
It's totally electric. You are glowing, but it is like a flashing neon sign, not a soft candle.
Oh, that makes sense.
People will be drawn to your fun personality, but they will also sense this restless energy coming off you. You are going to feel a constant humming desire to shake things up.
So you might wake up and decide to, like, chop all your hair off.
Exactly. Or completely change your style, or suddenly cancel your boring plans to do something totally wild.
Okay, I love the neon sign visual. But looking at the charts, this electric energy hits a huge boiling point on May 6th.
Yes, it does.
Venus forms an opposition to Lilith. Now, the notes here say this brings out a totally rebellious spirit. Like, you will absolutely refuse to follow boring rules.
That is exactly right.
But let us break down the mechanics. What actually is an opposition, and what is the story behind Lilith?
Let us start with the math, because it explains the feeling perfectly. An opposition in astrology is a 180-degree angle.
So, like, opposite sides of the sky.
Right. Imagine you are standing in an open field. Venus is directly in front of you. Lilith is directly behind you. It is a literal tug of war.
Oh, wow. And you were stuck holding the rope.
Exactly. Two incredibly strong forces are pulling in completely opposite directions. It creates an immense amount of inner tension for you.
And what exactly is pulling on the other end of that rope? Because the name Lilith always sounds super mysterious to me.
It is mysterious. In the charts, Lilith is not actually a physical rock or a planet. It is a mathematical point.
Wait, really? Just a point in space?
Yeah, specifically the lunar apogee. The moon travels in an oval shape around the Earth. Lilith is the point in space where the moon is farthest away.
The shadow point.
Precisely. Because of that, astrologically, Lilith represents the hidden, raw parts of human nature.
Like the parts we hide so we can be polite.
Exactly. Lilith refuses to be tamed. She is the auditor of your authenticity. She looks at your life and asks, are you doing this because you want to or just to follow the rules?
Wow. So on one side, Venus wants harmony and to be liked, and on the other side, Lilith is screaming, forget the rules.
Yes. It is an exhausting battle.
That sounds super draining.
It is heavily draining. This opposition peaks specifically on May 6th. That day is going to feel like a high-pressure valve ready to burst.
So you might look at your normal commute or your polite chats at work and just want to throw it all out the window.
You will absolutely feel that urge. The desire to cause a little trouble will be incredibly strong.
But this brings up a really important question about the charts for this week.
What is that?
If you are feeling this electric and energetic, why do the charts warn about severe emotional stress? Like, they say this opposition can completely drain your nervous system.
It is a great question.
If I have all this neon energy, why am I crashing? It feels like drinking way too much coffee. You think you can conquer the world, but your nervous system is completely, totally drained.
That is a perfect analogy. When you are taking in that much social stimulation and dealing with that intense tug of war, your nervous system goes into overdrive.
So it's basically a massive adrenaline spike that just doesn't end.
Yes. Your mind is processing so much input because everyone is drawn to your Venus charm. But the human body is not designed to run at maximum capacity all day.
The battery just dies.
Right. The friction between wanting to be loved and wanting to rebel requires so much internal processing power. You burn out fast.
So how do you actually protect yourself on May 6th? The charts clearly say you must prioritize quiet time.
It is an absolute must. Because you are naturally an active fire sign, your instinct will be to say yes to every invitation.
You want to be in the action.
Exactly. But to keep your nervous system balanced, you have to find peace away from your busy social life.
Even if it's just like hiding in your car for lunch.
Yes. Or going for a walk without your phone. You have to let that high-frequency energy discharge or you will burn out.
Protect the battery at all costs. Because honestly, that rebellious energy directly spills over into your love life too.
Oh, absolutely it does.
Romance this week is described in the charts as totally electric and highly unpredictable.
Unpredictable is the most critical word here. The exact same planetary forces are running the show in your romance sector.
So Venus makes your romantic appeal sky high.
Yes, you are glowing with natural charm.
But then we hit that danger zone on May 6th. Because of the Venus-Lilith opposition, the romantic environment gets very complicated.
Very complicated.
The charts show two major risks for this day. First, attracting someone totally mysterious and slightly dangerous.
Right. Remember, Lilith represents the raw and untamed parts of life. Normal, safe people might suddenly seem incredibly boring to you.
You just want the edge.
Exactly. You might be drawn to someone who breaks the rules or someone who brings a little chaos into your life.
But the charts warn against this, right? A mysterious stranger usually brings a lot of pain.
It feels exciting, but the astro charts show it is highly unstable ground.
Like building a house on a fault line.
That's exactly it.
And that leads into the second huge risk for May 6th. Feeling a sudden urge to break free from a current committed relationship.
Yes.
Now, if you are happily dating or married, why would this Tuesday make you want to blow your life up?
If your relationship feels like a strict routine, or if you feel restricted, that tug of war in the sky makes you feel completely trapped.
So you just want to escape.
Lilith does not care about your mortgage or your shared history. She just wants to break out of the cage.
Okay, so if I wake up on May 6th wanting to pack my bags and move to another country, what is the advice?
The expert advice here is simple. Avoid making impulsive decisions about love on this highly unstable day.
Just don't do anything crazy.
Right. Do not have a massive breakup conversation. Do not run off with someone you just met. Just ride out the wild feelings.
Keep your hands off the steering wheel. Because the charts show that if you just wait, the mood completely flips on May 8th.
It does. It is a beautiful shift.
The moon enters Aquarius.
Yes. Aquarius is an air sign, and when the moon, which controls our moods, moves into an air sign, it is like opening all the windows in a stuffy house.
Oh, I love that. The heavy tension blows out, and the mood becomes lighter and totally friendly.
Exactly. Because you are a fire sign, Air fuels your fire in a really positive, intellectual way. Instead of wanting to break rules, you just want to share ideas.
The charts paint a picture of the perfect weekend. If you were with a partner, it is all about deep, intelligent conversations.
Less drama, more mental connection.
Like staying up late, talking about the universe, or sharing a weird documentary.
Mental stimulation is huge right now.
And for single listeners, the charts suggest looking for love in places where people share your brilliant artistic hobbies.
Yes, look for your unique interests.
Like an art class or some quirky local club, not a super loud, crowded bar.
Right, places where you can actually talk and realize your brains work the same way.
Find someone whose weird matches your weird. But, it is not just love that requires careful steps this week.
No, your career is a huge focus too.
Yeah, the astro charts show your career and money are going through intense pressure tests. Career paths require totally careful communication and complete honesty.
This is critical. We need to look at May 5th.
Okay, let's look at May 5th.
Mercury is forming a difficult square with Pluto.
A square. So an opposition is a tug of war. But a square is a harsh 90-degree angle.
Yes.
I always think of a square like two cars speeding toward an intersection and neither one has a stop sign. They're going to crash.
That is the perfect visualization. A square forces action through friction. Now, Mercury is the planet of talking and information.
And Pluto is the planet of hidden things and secrets.
Exactly. Pluto holds the secrets people do not want to talk about.
So, if Mercury is an investigative journalist and Pluto is a secure server, they crash. And information leaks out.
Yes. The charts say this means uncovering hidden secrets at work. You might see an email you are not supposed to see, or overhear a private conversation in the hallway.
Or face a power struggle with a very demanding boss.
Because Pluto deals with power dynamics, yes. Your boss might try to assert total dominance.
So what do? Because your instinct is probably to talk about the secret.
You must avoid office gossip completely. Keep your findings to yourself. If you spread the secret or fight back too aggressively against your boss, you will get burned.
It's a trap.
A total trap. Keep your head down and do your actual work.
Zip your lips and honestly, secure your wallet too. Because May 5th is also crazy for your money.
Yes, financial matters are deeply affected by other people this week.
The charts show Mars forms a tense square with Jupiter, and Mars is actually your ruling planet.
Exactly. Because you are in Aries, Mars is your ruler. So this crash affects you very personally.
So what happens when your ruling planet, Mars, crashes into Jupiter?
Well, Jupiter is expanding personal wealth. It makes things bigger. It is luck and big ideas.
Sounds great so far.
But Mars is action and impulse. It does not think. So Mars looks at Jupiter's wealth and says, let's spend all of it right now.
Oh, wow. So the urge to spend a massive amount of money is going to be huge.
Immense.
Like booking a luxury trip for a group activity or putting cash into a risky investment.
And because Jupiter creates optimism, you will think it is a flawless idea.
You feel invincible.
But I firmly advise you, completely avoid gambling hard-earned cash right now. It is an illusion. You think you cannot lose, which means you are about to lose everything.
So no risky investments. And also watch out for hidden fees. The charts say check your bank statements closely.
Yes, Pluto loves hidden charges.
Okay, so May 5th is rough. Wow. But May 7th looks even more stressful for money. The charts call it a malefic besieged event in the shared resources sector.
Yes, this is a tough one.
Can you explain malefic besieged simply? Because it sounds like medieval warfare to me, like a castle totally surrounded by an enemy army.
That is actually exactly what it means astrologically. The malefic planets are Mars and Saturn. They bring challenges or delays.
Okay.
When your money sector gets physically trapped between Mars and Saturn in the sky, it is besieged.
So your money is the castle, and the enemy army is outside the gates, no supplies getting in.
Exactly. The stars are in a tough spot. You are completely blocked.
So the charts say, do not ask for a business loan today, and do not pitch a new project to investors.
If you try to force a deal on May 7th, you are charging into the enemy army. You will be rejected or get terrible terms. Just wait.
Patience is key, because the green light finally comes on May 10th.
It does. The moon enters Pisces.
And Pisces rules the career sector for you, right?
Yes, at the very top of your chart. And Pisces is a deeply intuitive water sign.
So the charts say this lunar shift gives you the ultimate intuition to make totally brilliant, highly successful professional choices.
Precisely. Your gut feeling will be razor sharp. The heavy blockades just vanish.
So if you had a great idea back on May 5th, May 10th is the day to make your move. But to make those brilliant choices, you need a clear mind. Which leads us to the next big theme. Your mind habits, and social circles.
Clearing the clutter.
Right. Because Pluto goes retrograde on May 6th.
Yes, the planet of transformation starts moving backward in the sky.
What does that actually do to us?
Its energy turns inward. It shifts how you view personal beliefs and long-distance travel goals.
So you are ready to expand your mind, like questioning your big foundations in life.
Exactly. You are asking yourself why you believe what you believe.
And then on May 8th, the moon enters Aquarius. We talked about this being good for love, but it also brings a huge burst of creative inspiration.
Your brain will be firing on all cylinders with wonderful connections to your friends.
But the charts explicitly say it is a great day to stretch the body, take a peaceful yoga class, or go for a long walk to calm the busy mind.
Because you have to ground that electric energy. If you just sit in a chair with all those ideas, you will get anxious.
Moving your body gives the electricity a pathway to flow. So May 8th is for stretching, but May 9th is the big one. The last quarter moon arrives. The cleanse.
Yes. The moon is shrinking, moving toward the dark new moon phase.
So it's all about subtraction. The charts say this is the ultimate day for letting go. Time to clear away toxic friendships and old habits that have no positive purpose.
It is the perfect planetary climate to just walk away from things that drain you without feeling guilty.
The charts also say it is the absolute perfect time to pay off old bills, set a strict budget for the summer, practice total discipline, and unplug from digital devices.
To get a deep, completely healing sleep.
I compare this to taking out the trash and turning off your phone. You can finally breathe and secure your financial and emotional future.
That is a beautiful way to summarize it. It is a hard, necessary reset. You need to empty your cup so you can start fresh for May 10th.
Speaking of toxic friendships versus good connections, the charts clearly show exactly who you should hang out with and who you should avoid this week.
Let us get into the cosmic matches.
Best match is Libra, worst match is Virgo. Let's analyze Libra first.
Well, Libra is an air sign. You are a fire sign. Air naturally feeds fire, making it burn brighter and more beautifully.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Plus, Libra is ruled by Venus.
And Venus is in your sign right now, making you super magnetic.
Exactly. They perfectly understand your desire for balance and harmony, especially during that wild Venus-Lilith opposition on May 6th.
So when you feel that tug of war, Libra calms you down.
Without judging you.
And on May 8th, with the moon in Aquarius, Libra is the best person to talk to about new ideas all night long.
They provide the absolute best conversations and mental stimulation.
And on May 9th, during the big cleanse, Libra helps you see all sides of a situation, bringing deep peace to a busy mind.
They are your anchor.
Okay, but what about Virgo? Why is Virgo such a bad idea right now?
Well, Virgo is an earth sign.
And Earth puts out fire.
Exactly. Virgo is simply too strict and boring for your fast-moving spirit this week.
While you want freedom and to flirt, Virgo will constantly criticize your every move.
Virgo hates messes. And your energy this week is beautifully chaotic. They judge choices very harshly.
The charts note that when Pluto goes retrograde on May 6th, Virgo will try to control every tiny detail of your schedule.
They act like a heavy weight holding you down. They will completely ruin the spontaneous and joyful mood.
Message received. Keep Libra close. Avoid Virgo. Now, I want to enthusiastically share the lucky elements for the week.
Oh, little anchors.
Yes, the color of the week to wear or focus on is bright yellow. Your lucky numbers are 5, 13, 22, 29, 38, and 47.
Write those down.
And the absolute best dates of the week to look forward to are May 6th and May 8th.
Even with all the tension on May 6th, it is a catalyst for real passion.
So we have covered a lot, but to wrap up, you have a final provocative thought for everyone, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Since this week is all about uncovering hidden secrets at work and changing deeply held personal beliefs, what if the biggest secret you uncover this week isn't about someone else?
Wait, what do you mean?
What if the biggest secret is a hidden truth you have been keeping from yourself?
Oh, wow. That is a heavy, brilliant thing to think about. Thank you so much for listening to this episode on Horoscope TV.
It has been a great discussion.
Definitely suggest you subscribe to the show so that you can get notified the moment the next episode is available. See you next time.